Tell me who in the world has watched this show and not felt empowered enough to achieve everything they set their mind to. Hey everyone, my name is Meera. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I am going to talk about the top 5 K-dramas of 2020. Last year, I watched quite a lot of dramas and had a gala time, but these stood out to me so clearly because of their story, the cinematography, and various other factors. If you're someone who enjoys watching Korean dramas, then stick around and get some fantastic recommendations by the end of this video. And also let me know what were some Korean dramas that you enjoyed watching last year. At number 5 is Kingdom Season 2. This is a period drama and it picks up after the events of the first season. We see that a zombie epidemic has broken out and scores of undead are making their way to the capital. It is up to the Crown Prince Yi Chang to put a stop to them. But disrupting his progress is the Chief Counselor Cho Hak-ju and his daughter, who has been made the Queen Consort, because they will stop at nothing to keep the power for themselves and prevent Yi Chang from gaining control of the throne that is rightfully his. The production value of this show is on a whole other level. It wouldn't be far-fetched to say that a lot of the scenes reminded me of the quality of Game of Thrones. And that's saying something. Like, the atmosphere that's been built, it's so eerie and thrilling. Like, I had goosebumps while watching this show because those scenes where there's like waves of zombies just running at the protagonist, you feel like they're chasing you. That's how convincing the production is. From the lighting, the perspective, the costumes, everything just comes together so seamlessly to deliver this show that you can't help but stay rooted to the spot as you're watching with horror what is happening. Peduna's rendition of the character Sobi has been done impeccably. She drives the plot. I cannot wait for the 3rd season because this one ends on a cliffhanger. And it was so maddening to know that there weren't other episodes to watch after that last scene. If you enjoy watching post-apocalyptic themed shows, then you're gonna love this one. Number 4, Love Struck in the City. This follows the lives of 6 friends and explores their relationships, their heartbreaks, their work life. Park Jae-won is an architect who falls in love with a boisterous, unabashed woman during his stay at a beach. They decide to meet up when they head back to Seoul for their work, but she disappears and he can't seem to get over her. One day, he comes across a startling realization that makes him question everything that transpired over the summer. You may hear this and feel like it's a typical story about friends, about their love, but let me tell you why it's special. The unique selling point of this series is that it incorporates an interview format into the episodes. So while we get to see what goes on in their regular life, there are also parts of the episode where these characters are engaged in an interview with an unseen interviewer. So because they're looking directly at the camera, it feels like they're engaged in a conversation with you. And that makes it very unique and so much more engaging. They talk in a candid manner about their emotions, their feelings, their perspective, and that makes you, the viewer, feel like you're part of the show. That made it so much more enjoyable for me. Secondly, I loved the friendship, the bond between these characters. Kang-gon, Sorini, Iuno. It's just so heartening to watch their friendship develop over the years. They've known each other since childhood. The themes and the topics that the show explores, they're just so relatable. Also, the initial few episodes of the show have such a summery vibe to them because it's set at a beach shack. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed watching this show. There were times when I wished one of the characters made different choices, but I guess that's the beauty of it, right? Everyone's different. Everyone undergoes experiences in a different way. If you're looking for something that's perfect for this season, then I think you're going to want to snuggle in with this show. Each of these episodes are approx 35 minutes, so you will fly through the episodes in no time. Number 3, Flower of Evil. Cha Ji-won is a detective who stumbles upon a secret that her husband had been guarding for years when she gets assigned a murder case. This case resembles some serial murders which occurred 15 years ago, and Chaji Won is forced to question whether she actually knows her husband or not. The plot execution of this show is fantastic. I really enjoy the way the writers have approached the plot and the way we get to know the story bit by bit through each episode. It has all the adventure and the fast-paced thrill of a murder mystery. Baek Hee-sung, the husband, his facade has been constructed so meticulously. As each episode progresses, you get to know more and more about these characters and their backstory. We come to know how they have become who they are through the experiences of their past. It's a really engaging show and I would highly recommend it to you if you enjoy watching suspense TV shows, thrillers, etc. Any guesses for what's the next drama? Come on, think about it and leave your guesses in the comment section. Number 2, It's Okay to Not Be Okay. Ko Min-young is a children's novelist who writes stories that are anything but happy. Her paths cross with that of Moon Kang-tae and Moon Sang-tae, two brothers suffering from a traumatic childhood incident. Inevitably, the three begin healing journeys in the company of each other. The characters in this show are so well sketched and the actors have done a superb job delivering these roles. It's a heartbreaking story that shows you just how impressionable the human mind is. Some of the topics that this show explores are mental health, trauma, family, stories, etc. The soundtrack is so beautiful. I loved a lot of the songs and they add so much to the atmosphere of the show. What's also interesting is that a story that Ko Min-young writes has been incorporated into the show. So some of the scenes are animated scenes where she's narrating the story and it really aligns with the way the story of the overall show is progressing. I had tears in my eyes a lot of the times because some of these characters, their actions, it's just so pure, so full of innocence. You can't help but love every aspect of the show. Its rewatch value is like 100. I definitely see myself watching it again and again and again. So please go check it out if you haven't already. Before I get to the top most favorite drama of 2020, a special mention to The King, the Eternal Monarch. Because, well, how can I not like a drama that Lee Min-ho has acted in? This is a sci-fi period drama in which Egon, the crown prince, loses his father at the age of 8. As he grows older, he realizes that he has the power to travel back and forth in time. He uses this to his advantage and works with an inspector from present-day Seoul to catch the man who murdered his father. If you enjoy time travel stories, then you'll really like this one. It has an intricate plot execution and you will need to pay attention a little bit to understand all of it. It can get a little confusing at times, but it's definitely worth the watch. And finally, at number 1 on this list is Itaewon Class. This is a story of indomitable principles, resilience, and the determination it takes to make dreams reality. Park Se-roy was imprisoned when he beat up the school bully who killed his father in a car accident. Years later, when he gets out of prison, he begins work on his father's dream to start a bar. Over the course of his journey, he realizes that his competitors will stop at nothing to put him down. Tell me, who in the world has watched this show and not felt empowered enough to achieve everything they set their mind to? I listened to the theme track of the show, which is Shijaku by Gaho, and I feel like a superwoman. I think you will too. This is such a heartwarming story that fills you with so much energy. Its inspiration value is unparalleled. Like every episode of it just adds so much value to your life. The show is a commentary on corruption, upbringing, and youth ambition. It shows us a lot of characters who are in the prime of their youth and what they can achieve with determination, with persistence, and hard work. The acting of the cast, the delivery of the roles, everything is just so convincing. You begin to root for a lot of these characters and you want nothing but the best for them. Also, Park Seo-joon's dramas have always been impressive. So if that's not reason enough to watch this, then I don't know what is. These 5 dramas, well, 6 actually, have left such a mark on my mind. I am really glad that I watched them and I wish that you will too, because they're all just wonderful, so watch it, okay? That's it for this video. I hope you had fun watching it and I hope I've convinced you to watch some of these dramas at least. I feel so satisfied after having fangirled about these shows. Now I can go and watch some more. Thank you so much for having watched this video. I will see you soon in another one. Annyeong!